First, I've been asked to, as I always am, rank the controversies of Hoyoverse, which is just going to be so fun. Somebody made me a list with every big Hoyo controversy. They want me to put it on a tier list so they can understand how bad it is. Okay? So we have them all right here. We're going to go over every single one of them. Let's start right here so we can understand how to feel. So first of all, we have the contract. This was the lead contract where essentially creators were being told to not talk about other video games or play other video games. They weren't allowed to cover other video games in their channel or their Twitch or their Twitter. And this contract was leaked on 4chan. Shinya made a video covering that contract. I made a video covering that contract. People said it was fake. So Gacha Smack literally showed that he signed the same contract, and well, guess what happened? The community still said that it was fake. Fast forward 2 years. 4 other creators have shown or demonstrated that they were underneath the exact same contract. Yes, the exact same contract. And yet there are still people who deny this because they're so far up their own ass. It's insane. Now, I'll be real. Was this a bad thing for the company to do? It was pretty bad, right? It was pretty bad. This was more so a community flop. Really, amongst the broader things that have happened, this was not too bad. This was essentially just showing that it doesn't matter if you're right if the community doesn't want to believe it. Even when you showcase proof, it's still not enough for these fucking copers, and all you're trying to do is help these people, and they spit in your fucking face because they're retarded, and they won't learn anytime soon, and so might as well give up on them. Regardless, this, as far as things go for Hoyoverse, a lot of people have non-compete, and never to this degree or that bad, but amongst everything else, it was pretty bad, but not too bad. This was more like a massive flop on the community side, not so much the company. But that being said, the company was still pretty shitty for this. Let's keep going here. Next, we have weakness implant. Silverwolf's weakness implant wasn't necessarily that bad. It was more so a sign of what's to come. Yeah, I'm going to put this in the pretty bad tier. And the reason why this is due to the fact that it wasn't really Silverwolf herself. It's what Silverwolf represented, right? Which is weakness implant and going into a turn-based strategy game and removing the strategy from the game. It was pretty bad, but it's not on the same level as contract bad. They could have stopped it there. They didn't. They went forward with it. It's even worse now, but honestly, it is what it is. A game becomes a little shittier, whatever. Lied about 55-45. Yeah, once again, it's not really that bad, right? Like, it's bad, but it's not really that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just sucks how what it was presented was as a way to help free-to-play players get the characters they want more, but in reality, it was pretty much just a way to help whales get what they want more, which is just pretty shitty. Scrapped HI3 bunny skins. This was a moment where Honkai Impact 3rd should have just fucking called it wraps. I mean, there was bunny suit skins and Honkai Impact 3rd in a trailer. It was only aired outside of China. China got upset. They tried to kill the CEO of Hoyoverse. This was just rough. This was just move on, you know, forget about the past, fucking call it a day. It's just not worth the safety of anybody's livelihood. Yeah, this one was fucking pathetic. What is this? Oh, censoring the swimming. It wasn't that big of a deal at all. Yeah, it really wasn't that big of a deal at all. They swam. Obviously, when you swam, you wanted to see their ass cheeks as they go into the ocean, but they covered it with a bubble diaper. It really is what it is. Is it really that big of a deal? No, not really. Blacklisted Tectone also it's inconsequential. It doesn't matter. It really, really, really doesn't matter. I mean, obviously, this was like another community L, because obviously they should know that if a company is blacklisting this creator, it's for a fucking reason, and that's because he's saying things that they don't want him to say, and a lot more people should have listened to me after this. However, they gave me a lot of unnecessary feedback, but now that we're in the year of 2025, things are bouncing back and things are looking much better for me, and my PR has been better than it ever has, and I think people are starting to finally wisen up. I like to say this. Once you turn 18, you'll realize that everything that Tectone said was fucking right. Unfortunately, my logic and reasoning doesn't really sound well to minors, and they don't get it yet. However, when they grow up, they'll understand that I was right. Hence why I have the lowest amount of under 18 viewers out of any gacha CC on the platform. Check the statistics, prove me wrong. Blacklisting MTash also doesn't matter. Really doesn't fucking matter. This is great. They should have banned his account too. I think gacha was the worst thing to ever happen to MTash. The guy needs to never play one ever again. Obviously, I miss his content because I think it's funny as fuck. But yeah, the guy just needs to get a grip, go play some other fucking games, spend time with his family. He doesn't need to be here. Paid exploration was fucking abysmal. This one was so bad. And I hate to say this, that Wuthering Waves is heading in the same direction, unless they allow the glider to be used outside of Raguna. They need to make that change immediately. Gliders need to be available everywhere. However, to focus on Genshin Impact, yes, paying $300 to have quality of life exploration, this is a fucking joke and a disaster for what's to come. Because now this isn't only affecting the hardcore players, this is affecting every player, and this is up, and now we're seeing this in every other game. It's a fucking joke. Wei May Cry. This shit was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. This was so good. This was so good. Actually, you know, we'll put it in the not that bad. But this was bad once again for the community, not so much the company, because the community once again fell for Dway's crocodile tears. They said, oh my God, it's so sad. They said something mean about Genshin and he's crying. Don't you ever shit talk my Genshin ever again. Dway is a pathetic, pathetic man. And this was a joke. However, it was funny as fuck. Tears of Themis collab. Also, I'm going to put this in pretty bad. Hoyoverse just does not understand their demographic. For real. They made Tears of Themis have a fucking Teletubby collab. And this is not going to help them avoid the kids game allegations right now, because I'm not going to lie, with the way that Paimon talks to its players, like Dora the Explorer talks to the viewer, this is putting on full display what Hoyoverse thinks of their player base, and this shit was a fucking joke. You keep saying that, yet Genshin Impact making big bank even on standard bannered characters, Techie. Hey, brother, I hate to blow your mind, and we're going to do a little bit of a spoiler for a video that's upcoming. Hey, brother, for all of you revenue sluts, I hate to break the news to you, Hoyoverse lost 80% of its revenue since last month. So for any revenue whores, why don't you shove that up your ass and keep on sucking the dick of Genshin Impact, you dumb fucking retard. Yep, let's keep going here. EOS imminently. Refusing to add skip. This is fucking abysmal. It has been 4.5 years of this shit. Hoyoverse, you're just not that good at writing stories. I'm sorry. Just add a skip and summarize button, because that dipshit Xiao Ji can't write well to get himself out of a fucking paper bag. This guy is so dumb. He waffles so hard, it's crazy. We do not care. Add a skip and summarize, because your writers don't know what the fuck they're doing. So just skip and summarize until we can get to the cutscenes, because that's the only part of your stories that's actually worth giving a fuck about. Popularizing the 50-50. This was fucking abysmal. This gacha system is incredibly predatory. It's so fucking miserable. 0.5% chance to get the character that you want, and then you have to win the 50-50. Hoyo's gacha systems are just fucking abysmal. It's so goddamn bad, and now we're seeing this leak into every other game. Thankfully, Wuthering Waves at least doesn't have that on their weapon system. However, the 50-50 is a piece of shit. Hoyo Creator Program. We're also going to put this in the abysmal tier. I think it is very bad to incentivize the dick suckers to give them the creator program so they get early access to your characters, so their videos perform better than other creators, because you don't want a free market. Hoyoverse does not want creators actually speaking their fucking mind, and well, congratulations, it's 2025, and everybody's a fucking cocksucker these days. That way they get an early access video. It's fucking pathetic. I think this system is a fucking joke. And I can't blame the creators for accepting this opportunity due to the fact that it's a free 6-figure deal. It really is, if you're actually smart with it. Yeah, good job. You made it to where people can't speak the truth. You made it to where people who speak the truth are villainized and ridiculed, and it's a fucking disaster on the platform, and it'll honestly never get better. Unfortunately, creators like Xiox and Enviosity exist, so this system will never go away, and it will continue to get worse every single day until the game is dead. And unfortunately, people will still blame me for the death of the game when it's dead in a couple of years, rather than realize that people need to be able to say what they want to say and not be worried about what they're saying when they're saying it. Otherwise, the game will continue to get worse when you just accept the slot that they give you every single fucking day. Old weapon banner was just end of service. This shit was a fucking joke. No pity ever. Good God, what the fuck am I playing? Fake Grand Order? I lost like fucking $15,000 this goddamn banner. This banner was the biggest piece of shit. You're welcome. You're welcome for me saving everybody from this banner. I still haven't gotten the praise that I deserve for saving everybody from this fucking banner. You're welcome. In case you're wondering, my video blew up that got over 5.2 million views in China and weaponized the Chinese audience to push back against Genshin Impact, so much so that they got horrified of it. 3 weeks later, the weapon system is fucking changed thanks to my video. They should be calling me Gacha Jesus. However, they call me the Gacha Devil because they're pussies. And that's what these other dumb fuck creators have brainwashed them into thinking. Global passives just end of service the company. This is this is the worst. This is worse than the weapon banner. It is. You want to know why? Because if I skip the fucking weapon, that only makes one character worse. This is the worst thing Hoyoverse has ever done. Now knowing that if I don't get one character, it makes every other character on my account worse forever is the biggest fucking piece of dog shit I have ever seen. No matter how much I shit on this system, it will never be enough. This will be what makes me quit Honkai Star Rail if they do not take this out of the fucking game. Do not lock this behind $300 characters. Make a fucking tower system. It is not that hard. This system is a fucking joke and everybody knows it. And the worst thing is, my chat is also guilty of not bitching enough. Because the moment that this shit appears on the screen, you all should be screaming, fuck this shit, it's bullshit, it's garbage, yet you guys are still sitting there not saying enough. You're just not. You're just not. You are not outraged enough. But the problem is you guys wait too long to know what the right opinion is before you type. Right? Just start screaming from the fucking mouth and just realize it'll save you a lot of time. It'll save you a lot of stress. I've been wrong about nothing in this game or about these fucking creators, guys. If I'm saying it, you can just assume that it's the fucking truth. Okay? The worst take that I've had in the past 3 years is me saying that spoons are not necessary as a tool to eat. Everything else I've been fucking right about. It's really, let me just help you with this. Fuck Genshin, fuck Hoyo. It's really that fucking bad. You already quit the game? Great. Let's keep going here. Censored ZZZ for 24 hours. Inconsequential, they fixed it, but for 24 hours, I was fucking pissed. But to be honest, I don't need to jerk off in game. I can just jerk off on the R34 websites. Just screaming in a chat does nothing. Absolutely fucking wrong. Absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong. And the reason why that is because people will see how people are acting in a chat when they see something on that situation, and they'll say, oh, wow, this many people are angry? It's really serious. Okay, I should take to the forums. I promise you, a ripple effect occurs in every person's chat. It absolutely fucking does. Want to give me you case in point? Ziox, Enviosity, Doro's chat are all glad-handing yes man pussy boy chats. And that behavior is going to perpetuate outside of that fucking space. And it has for 5 fucking years. Absolutely. People learn, oh, well, I'm in this chat. Everything's happy and fun. It must be happy and fun everywhere. No, absolutely not. Should I be smiling too if I was getting paid that much money from that company? 5.3 banner cycle. This was fucking abysmal. We're going to put this right here behind paid exploration. Putting the premium banner unit and their #1 synergy on the same banner and then putting the currency on the patch or the half patch after they release. This was a fucking joke. This was a warning sign. This was a red flag saying this game wants to make money immediately. And I'm going to tell you guys why that is very, very, very soon because things are not looking good for Genshin Impact. This was a fucking joke. Xiaoji riding Penacony. This guy's an idiot. He's overhyped as fuck. He has no idea what he's doing. And shame on Hoyo fans for gassing this guy up. This guy is fucking retarded. This guy cannot do shit. This guy is single-handedly obliterating all of the cohesiveness of the writing in these games. He does not get what he's doing. He sucks. He's just some bland, bottom-of-the-barrel Asian writing mid-at-best plot. This guy sucks balls. Remove him from the fucking company. Get him off my fucking screen. This guy does not get what he's fucking doing. A third grader could write better stories than this guy, and that's just my opinion. You have billions of dollars. Why don't you hire the writers from Vinland Saga or Berserk or Hunter x Hunter or any prevalent anime, Mushoku Tensei, to write your fucking story rather than this fucking dumb fuck you pulled off the fucking street. Xiaoji can't write a story to save his fucking life. That's just my opinion. Also, side note, Enviosity accepting a contract for $0 and making it to where Hoyoverse continues to stifle their creators from getting paid properly. Put that in abysmal tier too. Hey, say it with me. Fuck Enviosity. And also, Atsu's a piece of shit too. Fuck them both. Hopefully that makes sense. That's my opinion. I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye-bye.